Hi, in this video I'm going to briefly show you how to download and apply mods for Half-Life using the original pre-Half-Life of Valve intro as an example, which I covered in my previous video, which I highly recommend you watch. Most mods have a readme text or a description of how to download it, but this video will be a basic guide on how to do it yourself. If you're like me and can get lost easy in some of these technical aspects, this guide will be helpful. Firstly, make sure WinRAR is installed. A variant of this is 7-zip, but since I was a wee lad, I have been using WinRAR. So if you don't have it, which I would be surprised if you didn't, go to the description of this video and the link will be provided. And no, don't worry, there is an infinite WinRAR trial, so you don't have to pay for it. So what you have to do is just press download WinRAR right here. And no, don't buy it. Continue to download WinRAR. And then it should download here. I'm not going to download it as I have had it for about 7 years now. Now, go to the page linked in the description again, which is where you'll download this specific mod that I'm going to cover, the Valve intro. From there you will press the download button. Most mods are hosted on a variant of websites such as ModDB, Nexus Mods, or for a GTA game it might even be GTA Garage. Usually with these types of files you have to be careful, but since it's an older file dating back to 2018 and has been downloaded over 983 times, now 984, then it is safe. So remember, if I did it, you can too safely. Basically, you just have to press download, and then when the download is complete, it will open up. And do not purchase this, as I have not, but I will one day when I'm rich. Mark my words. I will do that, WinRAR employee, I will do it. Okay, so what you want to do is the readme text, because usually there's information on how to install it here, but it's the same as just the description of on the website here. This was originally some kind of Valve intro that was presumably replaced by the valve.avi intro. The installation is extract the valve intro.zip archive into the Half-Life directory. And so this website, you download more and more mods that are based around the Half-Life beta, which I mentioned in my documentary that I did in my other videos, so watch that if you haven't seen it. But basically, you have to download a launcher and there's like a little installer and it's got pre-packaged about 7 or 8 different unfinished versions of the beta. And it's just cool to get a glimpse of it, but it's not completely playable, and there's a bunch of really smart modders out there who are making a playable mod. So I recommend you go check that out and have a browse, do some research on it. So what you want to do is you want to extract this into your base Half-Life directory. And how you find the Half-Life directory is you go to Steam, go to Library, then go to Half-Life, Properties, Local Files, Browse, and then this will appear. So from here, drag Models and Maps, and then press Replace the files for the destination. And here, the maps will remain the same apart from the valve.bsb file, which is the one that we're trying to download, and the model, which is these two, because you can tell as it's dated in 1998, which is before Half-Life even released and before whenever you downloaded the game. From there, all you have to do is launch the game. So go to Steam and just press play, as you usually do. The game will launch. From here, you have to press the tilde key, which will open the console. And for gold source games, that's automatically turned on. But with other games, source games, most of the time you have to go into the options menu, and there's an advanced option, and in there is developer console, and that's how you turn this on. But basically, you just have to write map, and if you press enter without writing anything after it, it will say map level name, changes server to specified map. So what we want to do is find the name of the map that we were trying to choose. And as seen before on the map file, is just called Valve. So it's called map Valve. The other maps are in there as well, but not all of them, as most of them are hidden deep into the files, and most games do that, mainly source games, from what I've seen. For some games such as GTA games on the Rockstar launcher, the game will resist you launching due to third-party services with mods, as an attempt to stop hackers in online modes, even if the mod is for single player. The only two ways to bypass this is either by modifying the files to allow and trick the system to allow the mod as a necessary file, which I'm not so familiar with, and you have to kind of be a smart modder to do that, or to get a pirated copy of the game or move it back to a previous update. such as for GTA 4, the most common version is 1.0.4.0. From here, just type map valve and then press enter and it will launch. Now expect some jankiness as this isn't an official title from Valve, obviously. Okay, so congrats, you did it. Now you can try it for yourself and integrate it into your brain for modding other games. As most of the time it's just dragging and dropping. If that doesn't work, trust me, it's not worth your time and effort. As another side note, one time I tried to mod GTA San Andreas and it elapsed 10 hours to then just lose interest in the game and not even play the mods once they were installed. So that's an example of just don't brute force your way through mods if you don't really know what you're doing. Research it. If nobody else knows what they're doing, second guess if you really, really want it, because if you spend so much time trying to make it work, then you're just gonna lose interest in it when you do get it working. Anyway, thanks for watching the video, and I will make more videos soon. Thank you. Adios.